Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ray here, back indeed for another Transformers transformation review thingy. Just back from Birmingham. Oh yes, the housekeeping on that was I'm over on the 17th. Yes, I'm over on the 17th of this month, and I'll be around right until for 10 days. I'll be around until the 27th. So I'm definitely gonna be meeting up with George. So send me a message or whatever. What do you see what I got here? Now, what do you see? I got this in, managed to get Solar Storm Grapple. So pleased to get him. What's the Solar Storm bit about that? I don't know what that is about. Why don't I just grapple? I don't know. This is nice. Nice. I love the universe aesthetic. Well, he was originally universe, obviously, being seconded to reveal the shield. Thank you very much for doing that. That's great. Now, I picked this guy up. Now, look at him. Dinobots. Now, this was the only other Pyrocore Converter 5 pack that I was determined to get, and only because he does look like an absolute honey, and he is nice. Now I have one other 5 pack, and it's really disappointing. And apparently, all the other 5 packs are just as interesting, and I really don't want any of them because I'm not the biggest fan of the drones, and they're recoloring the drones. They're making the Decepticons Autobots, and the Autobots Decepticons like lazy, fuck off. But hey, look at this. He's definitely a Dinobot, which is what I like about him. Look at his big hand there, his big teabag removing hand. Do you see? I'ma lift that totally white bitch out of your cup, no problem. Like him. Nice big thing. The only other one I'm going to buy, goodbye. Now, interesting. I'll put this guy out of the way, somewhere where the cat is going to knock him over. I'll just put him by my feet. I'll probably stand on him shortly. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do a universe figure. Now, I've just been looking at universe figures. Got the box here. I've not just been, the universe, and universe has been going for quite a while, hasn't it? What is this one from? This one's from 2003, and they've been going even before then. So we've nearly 10 years of universe figures, and it's a really good, really solid line. Now, apparently the idea of universe was to take characters that were well loved and they bring them into kind of slightly more modern times. I think this was it, more modern, more contemporary molds. I think that's what it was in a way. Or maybe it was they liked to bring the molds that were liked. I think that's what it might be, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe a bit of both, happy medium. Maybe they bring the molds that were so liked and bring them, update them. I don't know. This is me trying to be eloquent about BG. It's not working. I'm not convinced. You're not convinced. Move on. So today, Transformers Universe Depthcharge, who is the repaint of Beast Wars Transmetal 2 Depthcharge. And I'm going to be showing you Transmetal 2 Depthcharge as well. I'm telling you why I prefer Universe Depthcharge. Oh God, it's like watching paint dry. Let's get on with it. There he is. There's his box, rather. I was very pleased. He's one of the first bots I got when I was collecting again. When I just had, when I got my first debit card. Oh, God, all those years ago. It wasn't that long ago. And I just saved up some money and just spent it all on bots. Oh, God, that was the best 6 months of my life or something like that. It was so good. Oh, I wish y'all could have been there. So this guy was one of the first guys I got, and I remember buying him. I can't remember what site, and I was just, oh, it was lovely. He is a nice bot. He is a nice bot. He's uber impressive, uber duper impressive. Sorry, I'm rambling quite a bit tonight. I don't care. Thing I like about this guy is that in almost every bit of a official printed media, his alt mode is transformed wrong. And anybody who has this guy and any fan of Transformers who likes to research a little bit and do a little bit more in depth and likes to look at little pictures and stuff like that. I mean, even on the box, he's mistransformed. Look, he's you can see it there. He is mistransformed. He is absolutely mistransformed. So there's the box. Look at the other universe figures. Autobot Ratchet. Look at that awful piece of stickerage or whatever is in the top of that. Autobot Inferno would quite like that. They should have been called him Red Alert, obviously. There's Obsidian, and there's Tankor mistransformed. Little bit of BG. Oh, this is probably a little more BG than I really want to give you here. So he is, of course, an Autobot. What does he say? Follow my orders or get out of my face. And he is a badass. Let's just face it, he is a badass. Now, I'll motor through this as quick as I can. Brought back from the other side of the Matrix by Primus and Optimus Primal, Depthcharge knew his role of the upcoming war against the monster planet Unicron had only just begun, having finally dispatched his long-term adversary, 44X, known as Rampage during the Beast Wars. This solemn, no-nonsense warrior immediately volunteered to assist King Atlas in operating and maintaining a refugee network within the monster planet himself. Depthcharge demands nothing less than perfection from his comrades. It goes on, you know. Anyway, don't care. If you want to know about that, go and find out. I just feel nominally bound to, that's the first time I've ever used that phrase. I feel really intelligent today. I just feel nominally bound to give you a tiny bit of BG, and that was the smallest bit of BG. I stopped because I was boring myself. So, right, let's get to the good bit. The denouement. Plastic. That's what I want to show you. That's what you want to see. This is an incredibly impressive piece of plastic. Very, very impressive piece of plastic. He's obviously a manta ray. Oh God. If you don't have this figure, right, and you're looking at this, and you're a fan of Transformers generally, you're looking at this, and I know that you want it. Because it's beautiful. Look at that as a display piece. As a transformer. Doesn't even need to transform. It's already gorgeous. Look at the colours on his wings. This is what I like about Universe, or this repaint anyway. The big, good, old-fashioned Autobot symbol right on his hood, for want of a better term. I'm not entirely sure of the nomenclature of the anatomy of such creatures, but just look at him. He's fucking lovely, isn't he? He's absolutely lovely. Undercarriage there. He starts to look a bit more mech and a little more undercarriage kibbly. That's alright, because this is a beautiful thing. Very beautiful thing. But good bit of movement there. His wings will do the thing. Shit, man, they're going to do the thing. Lovely. Just that in itself is absolutely adorable. Does look better than the Beast Wars 2 version, because the Beast Wars 2 version is all blue and purple and lime and gold and chrome and yellow, and it's fine, but this, the credibility for this mold is now apparent with this version of it, absolutely, completely. He does have gimmicks in this mode, absolutely has gimmicks. He has his little cyber shark drone, which comes up. Now you can see there, missiles are in the box, they will stay there. One fire one, etc. Nice little thing. I mean, it's a nice touch because it's obviously going to become a weapon, a handheld weapon as well. But it in itself has some really, really nice little markings on it. Just a cute little thing, and I like the way it attaches to the rear of Depthcharge here. Just put this on again if I can. Now he's another gimmick in this mode. You press this fin back, and he shoots a disc from his mouth, which I do like, thank you very much. I like firing discs. Primal's nice firing discs. Night Scream, honey of a bot. Now you will just show you here. You see it. I'll show you again. You press it back, it shoots out across the room, blah blah blah. Your dog eats it, your cat flicks it onto the sideboard. That's just, now you put it back in by lifting up his hood. That's why I called it a hood. And sticking it in there. Now that mode, gorgeous. He has a tertiary mode in his Beast Wars 2 version, but it's not, right now, it's not alluded to mercifully in his universe mode. It's this all-terrain Christ, what do they call it? I have to tell you this because it's fucking ludicrous. Yes, interplanetary form. Silly. It's a silly thing. It's a silly thing, as you can imagine. I might just show you it because I can. Because I have to transform him anyway. There he is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Now, the interplanetary all-terrain crap shit is this. You flick that shit up there. Just do that. Yeah, that's all. That's all. Yeah, that's all you do. And they call it a. Oh, there you go. It's something like that. Or if it's not that, it's as crap as that. You know. Oh, fuck off. Right. Good stuff. Transform them. Take that off. Take this off. Now, the rest of it. Oh, yes. What I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you see what I'm doing here? This is nice. There's a really nice bit of transformation here. You can see there's this complex bit of rod going on here, which is 3 different joints. So what you do, you just unhinge. He is a little unhinged because he's a badass. We move this shit all the way down. Where are we going here? We move it from here. This is cool. This shit is going to come up and out. Ah, I like it. I like these big old transformations. And then you turn this guy 180 degrees. Yes, you do. And this section, look at that. Look at that. I can nearly get my hand through there. Oh! Knew it was going to happen. Oh, he's got 5 of those. Hold on. Didn't even know that. He's got 5 of these discs. I'll show you those in a second. It's probably better that they're out at the minute. So we reform his hips, just like one makes some very cheap sausages or cheap ham. Reform it like this. Not a bad thing. See this hip thing? That's the whole shiz there. That's what really gets me excited about modern bots. The way you take bits and stick them together like that. You know, the old bots are great. The old bots are great. The old bots are great. But the old bots were like, move it out and then put it downwards. That was fine. This is when they started to get really interesting. Look at his little toes. Now this guy is the great grandmother of all kibble. Some of it is very, very credible, and some of it is just like, why has he got the stick? I don't know. I'll show you. You know, you'll see it. So let's get his arms. Now his arms are hiding in here. Do you see these little turbine yocks? Yes, you do, of course, because your eyes are working. You move those bad boys out, and they are going to become his arms. Oh, but Ray, that's not his arms. That's some little kind of cone. He's got Madonna boobies on his hands. No, we get rid of the Madonna boobies by opening up this bad boy and again exposing some fish. Like it. Like it, I frickin' love it, absolutely love it. Here we go, it's all good. Everything is good. Take these 5, look, 5 of them, nice. So you can do 5 of those before you have to go and find them again. This little thing, here we go. Money, 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 shot. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Now, so how does this fold up? You can leave it there. And it's as credible as what he's actually meant to look like. This is it, you know, more or less. Now, what you do with this shit here, what you do with these wings, these water wings, these bingo wings, it's up to you. Now, I've thought long and hard, done a lot of research, and I have found the way that I like it best. Now, some people like to do that. But it's not making use of the huge amount of twists and turns here. There's absolutely huge. Now you see Autobot there. I want to show you this. See the Maximal sign? Yes, that's in his early days, his heyday as a Maximal. Now, all the shit moves. There's so much movement here. Everything. And look, these are double, triple jointed. So, what's the best way to do it? I have to look at my other one that I have here. The way I like it most, let me see. The way I like it most, yes, you'd like to know that, wouldn't you? I think I'm doing this, something like that. It's not immediately obvious. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, does that? Oh, let me have a little look at this now. Does that move forward in that mode and not in this one? It's this bad boy I'm looking at. I'm looking at the wrong bad boy. You see, that's the problem there, ladies and gentlemen. This one I want, yes, that's the one, of course. Silly me. Now, let me see if I can get it absolutely right. Because it does make sense. It really does make sense once you get it there. You'll get him looking pretty sweet. Ah, yes, this is him. This is what he looks like. There's so much movement here. I couldn't begin to tell you exactly what I'm doing here, but he's just got so much movement, and let's spend one end of the base. And if oh dear, that was a very loud sound, wasn't it? Didn't like the sound of that at all. He's fine. There we go. I'm gonna go with something like that. Yes, something like that. Yes, happy enough with that. Now look at the back. This is his cable. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's his cable. I forgot to lock his hips in. They will lock nicely. That's his cable. He takes up a lot of room because, you know, he's kind of a box with bits sticking out of him. He's an awful lot of cable here. Now you can kind of get that out of the way, but you're just creating more cable over here. You can take this off, but what do you do with it? Not an awful lot. You just deal with it. His thing's just still going to work in this mode. Have a look at his face. Very nice. He's got this real supreme grumpy frown. This becomes weapon. We put weapon in hand. This becomes a weapon as well. Of course, naturellement. Now the gimmick still works in this mode, as I said. You do the thing, you do the tangle there, that's off. Now that's the way I like to arrange these fins. Because at least I'm utilizing them, at least I'm making a bit of sense of them. They don't become redundant, so I'm actually, you know, configuring them in a nice way. That bot from the front looks awesome. 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 Hello, you know? Look at it. Look at it. It's, oh God, you know, I mean, it doesn't actually spoil it for me because it's so ridiculous that it makes me laugh. And you need it to make the fucker stand anyway, because he's so top heavy, back heavy, that he's going to fall over unless he has that as a stand. Let's face it. Now I want to show you the original chap that he's not actually remolded, he's just recolored. A very successful recolor actually, because while this guy does look good, he's completely and utterly garish. This is the definitive way I like to do them. Yes, it is pretty much the same. You can see he's got these chrome patches, and this bot does look good. But you know, then you can tell the manta ray is just going to look really garish. It does look really garish. He's got huge, big old chrome bits, and I don't mind a bit of chrome, you know. Now let's just have a look at them both together. I do prefer the slightly more sedate one, just because he looks a wee bit more credible. He looks like, you know, this one shops in Marks and Spencer's, and this guy goes to Tesco or something like that. Very, very, very comparison there. But like this guy's colours, he's got this lovely rainbow, subtle kind of salmony pink thing going on the side anyway. Just an altogether nicer colour. You know, this guy's good, and he looks great in a t-shirt. That's kind of about it. You know, he looks really good in a t-shirt. And again, he's got that real superior frown on his back, as we call it here. Their faces are the same. Yeah, this guy's face looks a lot better. So the quality of this camera, again, not going to last for much longer, because very soon I will be using a Mac, which will be nice. And you're going to hear Unknown Transforming Robot at long last. Once I get it under the Mac and have a good old edit. This little computer's fine, but it's just make do and mend for the moment. Look at these guys together. They're absolutely stunning. His alt mode is it's fucking stand clear gorgeous, because he's a huge big manta ray. The bot mode is wonderful. Even this ridiculous piece of back cable is really interesting, because I've never seen so much ridiculous back cable in my life. Love it for that. For all kinds of reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray looking for the stop sign there it is. Ray here, I love mess if you like, don't care. Thank you very much. Depthcharge. If you don't have them, yeah, get them.